Okay, so I've been excited about the EOS R line for some time now just because it's Canon's mirrorless, so you're getting Canon's color in a small camera. Right now I'm shooting off the EOS RP. So this video is about the 28 to 70mm lens, the 3000 gigantic master beast of a lens. I unboxed this lens and I was surprised to see how big and how heavy they made a 28 to 70mm. At first I was a little bit worried about the size and weight of this lens. So this may not seem that big, but this is more like cinema glass type stuff. This makes all the other RF lenses look small. Just because it is very large compared to the other EOS Rs, it actually made me think that the other EOS R mount lenses aren't as big as they seem. The EOS R line, just in general, is a larger lens line, so if you're looking for small and compact, this isn't really the area to look in, especially if you're interested in the 28 to 70 because this thing is massive. I feel like a little kid holding this lens just because of how big it is. I think that this is the sharpest, most clear lens that I have ever shot with, and that is including the 50mm 1.2 that you can shoot with the EOS Rs. I think the main reason for this is the large element on the front. I spent an entire day shooting with this lens with a model around downtown Kalamazoo. It's actually really beautiful out here with reflectors and all of that. We got a few great shots with it. Popular spot for a lot of Kalamazoo photographers, so I decided to come here with my model. Yeah, we got some pretty good shots here. After like almost a full day of shooting with the 28 to 70mm, I have to say I like it a lot. The range isn't too narrow to worry about, oh, I'm not getting close enough, or oh, I'm not getting far enough. 28mm doesn't seem like it's that wide, but with a full frame sensor, it is somewhat wide, and you're not gonna have many complaints with it. At least I didn't. And I'm a pretty wide shooter. I like my 35 and 32mm, but I also love to be able to shoot at 16. 28, I was fine with it. Had some pretty great wide shots. Extremely good dynamic range with this camera. Sharpness with this lens. I took a couple shots before, so I already know that I'm gonna be able to crop into these way far with keeping all of the sharpness. Just because of that element up in front, you're not losing any detail here, which is pretty incredible, and that's why this lens is so expensive, so big. It is pretty heavy. I was worried that my wrist was gonna get tired, but when you support it with another hand and you use your other hand to zoom and all that, it's really not that bad. It's just a little bit, it's a little bit on the heavy side for everyday shooting. I wouldn't take this everywhere with me, but it's nice to have for like a professional shoot, sort of like today. Oop, there goes my light. A couple more minutes, please. It's been very cloudy here in Michigan. It doesn't really fit onto the EOS Rs naturally. Like, I wouldn't be setting this down all the time. You definitely risk breaking the lens, setting it down too hard onto a table or any surface, so I would keep it in your hands while you're shooting with it. I loved shooting with this lens just because of how big it is, how professional you feel, and just how high quality the images come out. A lot of people say that it's the body that make the image, but it's actually the lens, and with this lens, you're gonna get a super high quality image. 3 pounds seems like it would be a lot. It's not as heavy as you'd think. Definitely worth all the money. It is pretty big, so if you're looking for a light kit, probably not the place to go. Otherwise, an extremely fun lens to shoot with. It's one of the best lenses that I shot with. If you have the chance to rent one of these or try it out, I would definitely recommend it. It's just something fun to play with. Images afterwards are super high quality and very sharp. So I was able to crop in pretty far on most of these images. So pretty much where I'm gonna leave this is, if you have the money, it's definitely worth it. Otherwise, just find somebody that does and get an afternoon of playing with it. It's so much fun. Definitely gonna be playing with it more if I get the chance to. Thanks for watching. If you wanna join the NormanCamera family, it's as easy as subscribing. Please stop in the store and say hi, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.